it's Jackie Ulmer from JackieUlmer.com, and my training tip for today I took from a book that really has nothing to do with network marketing. It has nothing to do with business, and it has everything to do with life, which of course, you know, life has everything to do with our businesses. It has everything to do with who and what we are. And the book is The Last Lecture. The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch. I hope I'm saying his name correctly, Pausch. The Last Lecture, and I really encourage you to read it. It's written by a professor who found out that he had terminal cancer, was dying, and was also selected at that time to give the last lecture of the year to the student body and a group of students there at the university where he teaches. And of course, you know, the irony of it, it was not only the last lecture for the season, but it was also the last lecture that he would give because of his illness. And what he did is he spent the time before that really evaluating what life is all about. And there are three key pieces, three tips that I really wanted to share with you on this training tip. And one of them, here's the three tips. Time must be explicitly managed like money. That's number one. Number two, you can always change your plan, but only if you have a plan. And number three, ask yourself, are you spending your time on the right things? So let's talk about that first one, which is time must be explicitly managed, just like money. You know, your time is the most precious commodity that you have. And many of us come into this business, most of us come into our businesses on a very part-time basis. Most of us work full-time jobs, have full-time careers outside of the home. We have children. We have busy lives that we manage. And so trying to shoehorn a business that's hopefully going to set us free and create what we want, trying to fit that in to our schedules can be very, very challenging. And that's where management of your time becomes critical. You know, how important is it that you watch Lost? How important is it that you watch American Idol? How important is it that you spend Sunday watching every football game that's on and Saturdays watching college football, etc.? Now, I'm not knocking those things. I love entertainment and sports and fun just like anyone, but I know for me personally, when I made a commitment to my business, I made a commitment to my future, I made a commitment to my family, and I made a commitment to a lifestyle that I was determined to have. I made a commitment to managing my time and giving those things up, and I did. I gave up television for years. I gave up reading the newspaper. I certainly gave up watching the news, and those things I still very rarely do. They don't amuse me anymore. Now I'll sit down and watch a good football game or a basketball game or something like that, but you have to get very clear on how you're going to manage your time to make your business successful, because the only person that controls the 24 hours that you have in a day is you. So I'd love for you to do some goal setting on that, how you're going to manage your time. And then of course, number two here, you can always change your plan, but you have to have a plan in order to change it. Plans change all the time in this business. That's one of the beauties of it. Business changes, life changes, technologies change, the way we do things change, and you have to be willing to change with those. But you have to have a plan that you're working to change with the changing times. You've got to have a plan. So what is your plan? You know, your basic plan should be to talk to a certain number of people every day about your business. Whether you're talking to them about being a customer, using your products, whether you're talking to them about being a referral source, someone who can refer others to you, or whether you're talking to them specifically about the business opportunity, you want to be talking to a specific number of people every day. So my question for you is, are you doing that? And how many people are you talking to? And then how are you developing that list? How are you finding those people to talk to? That part of your plan can change, but the part that you don't want to change is that you're always doing that. So determine what your plan is and then adapt it accordingly as time and technology changes things. And then the third thing, ask yourself, are you spending your time on the right things? Are you spending your time on the right things? Because this is critical too. We've talked about time already, managing your time. We've talked about your plan, and the two really go hand in hand. So as you look at your plan and you look at your time, make sure you're spending your time doing the right things in your business. Certainly personal growth and development is a big part of it, but if you're spending way too much time in email and way too much time trying to rewrite a fancy brochure or form that somebody developed or a flyer or something like that, that is called procrastination. and it's really avoidance of your business. So you want to make sure that you're spending your time on the right things. So the 3 things that I'd love for you to do, to sit down and do as soon as you get done watching this training video is, determine how you're going to manage your time. That means getting out your calendar and blocking in those bits of time that you're going to need. And then the second thing is determine your plan. What is your plan of action going to be? And then plot those into the time frames that you've put on that calendar. Okay? Do those things and then look at those and make sure that day to day you're spending your time on the right things. And if you will do those 3 things, I promise you, you'll have an amazing business, and I'll look forward to hearing about it. Jackie Ulmer, JackieUlmer.com. I hope you'll read the last lecture. Excellent book. I highly recommend it. And see how you can take those life lessons and also put those into your business lessons. Have a great day.